deboggle, creepy showing up at the Zorro Ranch and some New Zealand mine. All right, mate. I appreciate you commenting that I had a good Kiwi
It
impression.
was so good. I didn't laugh. It was so good. Like I was just like, oh, you just took me there. It was just like.
What's
So
yeah? So you're on and off. We need a studio.
like a type of message, can I?
I caught like bits and pieces of that. Presley, shut up. We're online right now.
Just just do your story. Just do your story, and I'll just listen. We'll just listen.
I don't know
Do your
what.
story.
Now it's perfect. So, no, it's wacky because yeah, I was in that situation, but in that job, the internet job that I did. So we showed up one night or one afternoon to this other place in the East Mountains, and it was like really mountainous, beautiful area. And there's this guy that lets us into the house. He's like a maintenance guy. He wasn't Aussie. He wasn't a New Zealand Kiwi dude. He was just a straight redneck with a gun on his hip, and he was a jerk the whole time. And so, like, we're in.
That reminds me of a Better Call Saul episode. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, it could be. I do live in Albuquerque,
Right.
and
It might be based on him.
So this dude, he's probably in his like mid-50s, and he's like the main because we don't know if we can do the job until we can see what we need to see. So we're on ladders and we're doing this, and we have to find a way to run a wire in and drill holes. It's like a big project, for internet. And so he's like, okay, well, it's going in this building, and this place is like it's like a compound almost. There's like 3 houses on this property, and they're all in close vicinity within a few hundred yards of each other. And he's like, well, we need to be done by 3:30. It's noon at the time. I'm like, well, hopefully we can get that done for you, sir. We'll get right on it. And now I'm the Aussie. So anyway, they had keypads on all the doors in this little place. It was like a 2-story, and there was like this weird, almost like a church chapel area. And so I'm running the wire, and my buddy's setting it up on the keyboard and putting the IP addresses in and stuff. And it's in this weird room that has all these children's beds, and all the doors had keypads on them. It was just like we needed this dude to let it, and he was like, "Well, we have to hurry." And so we
What did the
finally
keypads look like? Were they like were they modern, or was it like, did they look like old touch tone like phone keys? I don't know. I don't know why I'm curious about that, but I'm just.
probably movies that we've seen. I don't know, but when you've worked in hotels, so you've seen different stuff too. But I'd say they were like 2000s, like anything you'd see in like a young. I mean, it wasn't like a thumb scan or an eye scan, but anyway, you had to have a code. And then so we're leaving, and I'm getting in the truck. I'm packing my tools up. My homie Eski's over here getting ready to leave too, and we're done. Everything's working. Homeboy comes back out and he goes, "You need to go back up there and fix that cable." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, it's sticking out of the carpet by about this much. And we have a lot of kids running in and out of here on the weekends. And if they trip, that's a hazard and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go." And the whole time, like he's got his hand on his gun. Like I'm like, "I got
And
you,
this is a
dude."
maintenance guy.
And he lives across the street, or he lives in one of these properties.
But it's not like the
And
owner.
no, he's not the owner. He actually asked me to walk over to the owner's house, which is again like 100 yards away on the same property, and it's all gated stuff out there. These people like they want to stay away from eyes on them. It's pretty clear. Want to stay away from it. And so anyway, so I go back up and I tuck the flipping wire underneath some threshold to make sure they can't trip on it. But I'm just like in my mind later, and I was talking to my sister about it. I was like, it was just really weird. Like they had these kids' rooms and key passes on everything. He's saying we have to be careful about this. Arthur, you're not a billionaire, but thanks for.
He might be. I mean, we don't know.
Well, send us some money, man. We have a GoFundMe.
Yeah, we could use some help.
We could use
We
some
could use
help.
some help. And hello
But
to
nice.
Isaiah D. Keep going.
Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. No, I got stuff from my wife, deceased, by the way. Um,
Oh, you know, a friend of
no,
yours?
I don't know.
Okay.
And no Mexican would ever ask that question, so I don't think you're actually Mexican. Um, Arthur T.B. Morgan, that's a real Mexican name.
That does sound like a billionaire.
Well, either way, send us some money, man. We could use it. I might need it when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to fight
Message
these.
me. Message me. Message me on the account.
Yeah, we got this set up. So anyway, I'm just thinking this dude's weird, man. Like something weird's going on here. And so my sister called him later that night because I was telling her about it, and my sister goes nuts. As you've met her once on the phone. My sister's awesomely crazy, but she sent Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department out there, and like they're out there with flashlights and shit. And we never heard from these people again about internet. They were like, "We're good."
She sent the cops over there? That wasn't smart.
Yeah, she was like, "There's got to be some children being kidnapped or something." Like that's where she went with it.
But the gun thing is weird. The gun thing is very unnerving. You know, you're in a room with a guy and he has his
Hi,
hand on his gun the whole time.
hi, Karina Reyes. I'm sorry, I had to do. She's if there's a girl, I'll respond right away. Well, guys too, apparently. But
Okay, focus.
my
So
bad,
it's
dude. It's
weird
only
that he had
Saturday.
it's weird that he had his hand on his gun the whole time.
Yeah, he was like, and he was on top of us, watching us the whole time. He was just like, I don't like that when I'm working, man. Leave me alone. Let me do my job. And why are you hiding kids in
Okay.
the basement? Why do I have to leave at 3:30 when you were like making me do extra work? What's going on over here?
And it's weird that he said on weekends that they're only there on the weekends.
Yeah, so they're doing some weird church thing, is what I came up with in my whole
Okay, that
crazy.
makes sense. Homeschooling. Do you remember the Turpins story about the
We,
Turpins?
we've talked about this, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked. Did we talk about it on the podcast?
I think we did in one of our religious topics. It was kind of like the Mormon type thing, right?
Um, yeah, and just to briefly go over it, since you brought up this whole potential homeschooling thing, you know, they had these, what was it, like 21 kids or something, and they were in Texas, and then they moved to Southern California, like Corona area. You lived in Southern California. You're familiar with Corona area, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind
It's
of inland empire. And they had them. You know, they never went outside. They had never ever went outside. Fecal matter everywhere, and they were, some of them were chained to beds, and one of them just had the incredible courage. There were two working sort of as a team. One of the little girls escaped, um, found a cell phone or something. It's been a while since, and was able to call 911. And she's like, you know, the operator was like, you know, okay, where are you? I don't know. I've never been really been outside. That was a crazy story. I was following that one for a while. But we were talking about Epstein, and this is just a crazy, crazy story. I mean, now the CBS came out with what they said was the raw video of the prison or the jail where he was being held. I don't know. I think they were going to move him somewhere else. I think it might have just been some sort of detention center. Just I thought they were going to move him for to a normal prison. So I don't think he was going to be there in the long term. I could be wrong, but so CBS was going over the story. A minute, they lost a minute of coverage. All the cameras went out for a minute. They said, well, it resets every 24 hours, and this just happens to be when that, and only one camera worked, and it didn't have his his cell in the frame. You couldn't see his cell from the frame. The door of his cell, and you could just see barely one part of the staircase that goes up, and you do see a figure go up there. So it looked like it was edited on top of that, on top of being a screen recording and not the raw footage. And I am not a conspiracy theorist, but when the facts lead in that direction, um, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and then unless the facts take me there, and they're absolutely taking me there. And I believe he was killed. And I got to tell you, I know Clinton was a big figure in this. Clinton was on that Lolita Express over 20 times, I think. So he was up to no good. But I think Trump had him killed. I talked about this during our last episode. I think Trump had him killed. He and Epstein were best friends. It's not like they just came across each other every now and then in Palm Beach, Florida. They were best friends. And so I'm just continue. I'm really becoming obsessive about this story. A former Senate, we were talking about this last night. Nick Bryant, the leading journalist, the leading expert on this story. He's been making the rounds, and he's been talking about figures that were possibly um, getting girls from Epstein. One of them was the former Senate Majority Leader, a Democrat, George Mitchell. Alan Dershowitz, acclaimed OJ lawyer, represented Epstein. He was accused, and he and Mitchell kind of look alike. They both got that old guy look with the glasses, balding, and the girl that this Aussie girl. Why don't we know who his to scare the hell out of the public?
What's funny that you talk about this, and I claim not to be conspiracy things because I don't
It's good
believe
to
what I
question
see.
things.
Yeah, I was raised to do that. Just um, whole other topic. Trump didn't get shot. Was also, but we'll do that another one time
Well,
before I get shot.
okay. I mean, I think he was
But
shot.
I think he squeezed a package of ketchup or his own blood on his ear because it was like 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't
Oh
know.
no! You shot me in the ear. Come on, dude. Get up. Shut the fuck up. Um. Well, and again,
Bad.
I just started a whole. I opened a whole can of worms that I don't want to get into anyway. So, but no, with the Epstein thing, and here's the thing. We did our episode months and months ago on incarceration. I've been in jail. I've been incarcerated. It's impossible to kill yourself, dude. Like, there's nothing to hang yourself from.
There's
There's
supposed to be paper sheets in there. Paper sheets.
yeah, you can't possibly do it. It's not possible. The only way to die in jail is by natural causes or someone killing
And
your
it's hard to
ass.
kill other people too. Even they don't even give you real toothbrushes.
Nah, man, I saw a dude, and this was again like 25 years ago, but I saw a dude get shanked with a spork, and
Oh man,
he was trying to sharpen it with his teeth.
the
That's like the only
creativity
way
is
he could do it.
incredible.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like maybe how many times you have to stab yourself in the neck with a spork? Nah, that dude didn't kill himself. Someone killed him. There's
I
no way to
agree.
kill yourself in jail. No way.
I agree. And it's
Maybe because he had enough money, someone to send poison to him and kill himself that way. That's the only way it could happen. Someone came in there and killed his ass. Maybe he paid
yeah,
him to
but the
do it, but
cameras, the fact because he was in a special area, and you're gonna tell me that they moved him to a special area. You're gonna tell me the cameras don't work in that special area on the night that he dies? Come on.
certain time, like yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious to me.
I
Pretty
mean,
obvious.
this is just absolutely crazy, and they keep misstepping. And people are just now people are more interested in him, and now people are demanding more.
Well, now all of a sudden, Trump's coming out saying he was at my Malargo house and I made him leave. I banned him because I knew he said it. I heard him say it. I
Okay.
knew that he was taking people. I said, you can't be doing that. So I kicked you out. And this is
Well,
after all this. Like, why did you just now say this? Why did you just now
yeah.
come
He
out and
also
say that? There's documents of it. Like,
what's so annoying about Republicans is like they just focus on Clinton. They just focus on the Democrats, and the Democrats do this too. You morons! It doesn't matter if there's a D or an R. They're all. I'm not going to say they're
politicians.
all evil, but a lot of they're politicians. If California, where it's heavily Democratic, they can't run as a Republican. They know they're not going to win. So you have Republican-minded people that are running that. They are inside their head. They are. There may as well be an R inside their head. Um, God, they get up in this partisan bullshit. It's so stupid. My dad's one of these people, just an idiot, and he's on the Democratic side. It just the Democrat, my mom, the Democrats can't do any wrong. Well, George Mitchell, Nick Bryant believes that George Mitchell was getting girls from Epstein. That was the Senate Majority Leader from '89 to '95, and a Democrat, and really creepy. I mean, and Dershowitz is so creepy. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me at all. But I can see what's her name getting confused, the one that died recently, and
Well,
Houston area, Bryan. That's why I'm getting confused on Bryan and Bryant. Bryan, Texas. There's something going on in Houston too. I used to have these guys. His son would always stay there, and he was the head of the CIA under Clinton. I met him. He was a really nice guy. He was very cordial. Let's say that. but all these guys were based out of Houston area, and there's a lot of prostitution going down there. I'm not saying one thing or the other, but there's a lot of prostitution going on there, and it's weird that that's where she would be sent, kind of outside of Houston, when the government has. I would like to talk to Nick Bryan about this. It's never talked about, but there's a presence. There's a government presence there. Um, the, the Department of Energy that was handing out, billions of dollars. And hey, you don't have to pay it back. Right when Biden was going out the door. Um, Foreign Energy, Department of Energy. Again, I don't get into conspiracies unless the facts kind of lead me there. But there's something going on in that Houston area. There's some sort of base of operations. Um, I would I would definitely look at that Houston area.
I'm not sure.
And it's a little outside of Houston, near College Station. I don't know if you can still hear me.
I can.
Okay,
Do,
what's your story? You
well,
have another
I want to
creepy
ask you
story?
a question. Do you know do you know what the biggest Mexican population city is in the world? This is for Arthur, if you're still there. He pissed me off.
Do I?
Yeah. Biggest
Mexico
Mexican
City?
population
Mexico City?
in no in North America in the United States.
Houston?
I was saying I wonder if that correlates somehow.
Hmm. I thought it was weird when that story broke, and it's not talked so much anymore about all those billions of dollars going out, all those contracts going out, as Biden was going out the door, and didn't none of it had to be paid back, and they didn't have to have a business plan or anything, and it was Department of Energy, and then I thought Department of Energy. I remember those guys with Foreign Energy. There was this one guy, Daryl Grubb. Probably shouldn't be naming names, but he was really nice. I mean, they're probably just doing their laser technology that he was talking about. But he was an old guy, and I'm like, hey, Daryl, you don't. He used to come all the time, and then he came like 10 years later. Oh, you don't look the same. You look the same. You don't age much. It's like my dad's still alive, and he looked old, and he said, I'm like, really? How old is your dad? He's in his 90s. So Daryl was probably in his 60s. Really nice guy. Always had good conversations with him. Um, but that whole that energy connection thing is weird. And one time I said, well, it was kind of when smartphones started coming out, and I was like, because older people, I know he's a really, good mind. I design algorithms because he was connected with Deutsch, former head of the CIA under Clinton. So, well, I like him, but I don't care for Clinton that much. And then that other Deutsch, his son, was always staying there. Um, I don't know. I don't really. I guess what I'm trying to wrap it around to is the fact that there were so many very rich people and connected people that were abusing these girls. And this sounds really bad, but no, I'm sure they're fine. He seemed like a happily married man. I'm not saying anything like that, but something going on over there in Texas.
Well, there's this. I don't know. I see little things here and there. I say I don't watch the news, but I normally like try to fall asleep, and there's rapists here, there's rapists there, and they're in schools usually. It's like there's just, and my opinion is just cut their fucking dick off and let them bleed to death out of the dick, like just
Well,
slowly,
we
just
need to
fucking.
find out who they are first. That's the thing, and
Well,
they're not telling us. They're protecting these assholes because these powerful people with these hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars, and Epstein was their provider. They were saying, oh, it could be cassette, associated with the Mossad, which is Israel's version of the CIA to people. So that's where he started out in finance, but he made a lot of money.
well, no, and to that point, Doc, it's like that Zorro Ranch that I was at.
I didn't go to
Doc,
medical school for 7 years to be called Mister. I had a guest that said that once too. Go ahead.
it's awesome. I just dropped my glasses. 'Cause I was laughing so hard. Um, but now that Zorro Ranch, New Zealand Kiwi motherfucker, like they had to be paying those dudes because they knew what was going on. Like, who's bringing unmarked vans in here every few weeks and food? Like, he knew they were paying him with the girls. They had to have been. That's why he got. That's why when I said something so simple as "How do I get there?" he shut us off because that motherfucker had to have been in on it. That was my point with all that shit. All
Okay.
these dudes are in on it. They're all in on it because they
You
were
just got
paid
you
off.
just got a creepy vibe from him and just felt that. Huh?
Well, he's either paid off, maybe he's not fucking them, maybe he's not involved in the sexual shit, but he still knows. He still has the knowledge that this is happening, and he doesn't have the dignity. Not that's not the right word. The just fucking heart to like be like, we need to call the FBI because this is happening out here like every couple weeks, whatever it was. I mean, it was obvious. It was obvious that this motherfucker knew, and he did nothing. In fact, he stayed there and still got paid probably millions and billions to run the fucking ranch. That's why I was there. They all get paid. They all are in part of it. It's fucking sick. Fucking
So Nick Bryant said something else that was really interesting. He said, "Oh God, I just lost my train of thought." Um. Oh,
It's all right. Me and Nick haven't talked in a long time. I don't know who he is. I am glad that Arthur TB Morgan is off because you're a piece of shit, lying piece of fucking shit. Don't ever join us again, asshole. Unless you've got money. I'm in a bad mood now.
I guess so. Um.
He pissed me off.
Why?
Sorry,
Why did that
Arthur.
make you?
Join
Why
us
did that make
again.
you
Just don't
upset?
be a douche. Because I don't like that comment. You want some Mexican in you. I got Mexican in me, motherfucker. I live in New Mexico. You don't have a
Well,
name
he's
like
he's trying
Arthur
to he's
TB.
trying he's trying to come on to you. He's trying to come on to you sexually.
Well, fuck. That's not that. That's not that. It's that he calls himself Mexican. He's not Mexican. I've never met him. If it was Arthur, it'd be Arturo. Bitch. Don't fucking come at me like
Nick
that.
Bryant. I remember what Nick Bryant said. So this is the leading
Yeah, I knew
expert.
I'd get you back. I knew I'd get you back.
This is the leading expert, the leading journalist on Epstein through the years. He said it's easy for rich people to get sex, but it's hard to keep them quiet. You know, it's hard to keep the girls quiet. Now you have girls with a story of something terrible that happened to them. Start closing in. So as an insurance policy, because people don't like to share their sexual conquest with other people. That's just not. People are territorial. So I think when he, as an insurance policy, when he got tired of them, he passed them on to someone else for a very large fee. As an and brought it. It has to happen here at one of my mansions, and or on the plane, and he had cameras everywhere, so that as an insurance policy, he would have recordings. So when that day came, when the walls were closing in, he would be protected. And they're trying. Somebody got really worried and wanted him dead. Thought he might start talking, but he wanted, because in the end he wasn't protected. He was incarcerated. I'm sorry you all find this so boring. Down to 0 viewers.
Are we still getting comments?
No,
No.
we lost everyone.
Fuck them. Nah, man, we're talking about real stuff, and people aren't comfortable with real stuff. That's what pisses me off too. I appreciate. I don't like cops, but I appreciate a good investigator. Some dude got arrested the other day for a rape he committed in 1995. Good,
Damn.
but he's been
Okay.
walking around for 30 years doing that shit. What the fuck?
What about, you were going to talk about your friend that got released?
Yeah, I was gonna tell another story first, but
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
no, we're gonna run out of time, but we get there. So Esky is
Arthur
home.
T.B. Morgan was one of our top fans. Oh,
Really?
man.
Did I really screw him over that bad? I'll invite him back. You can come back. You just pissed me off,
He's
dude.
gone.
You just pissed me off. That's all it was.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Arthur. You pissed me off. I don't like being pissed off. You got me in a bad moment.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It was just a comedy, man. I didn't like it. I don't want no. Okay, I'll answer your question. No, I don't want some Mexican in me. Maybe some Taco Bell, but that's not Mexican. That's that's United States Mexican, which isn't Mexican. I want some Mexican eggs, like some, yeah, lightning. Are you serious about Arthur?
Yeah, it says #1 fan. He's one of our number one.
No,
It's okay. It's okay.
no. He'll be back. If
Okay.
he really likes
Okay.
us that much, he'll be back.
What was that next story that you were going to tell?
All right, so my homie Esky is home. He got out of jail today. 4 years in prison for a crime he didn't actually commit. We got Von Van on. What's up, Von Van? Yeah, so Esky, my homie, he's out, he's free. And it cracks me up too. I talked to him a little bit earlier. I called his mom. Of course, you go straight home to mom when you get out of jail, like if you have that option. But 4 years sitting in prison, I can't wait to hear some of his stories, man. I want to have him on the show, but I think we need to let him get through his parole first, just to
Okay.
be safe. He's done nothing wrong, man. He's done nothing wrong. He took a plea deal because they basically threatened 18 years for he didn't commit in the first place, but he was scared. He's a native kid. He was scared. He was like, the Billy Gongas or the white people, they're gonna lock me up if it goes. But they never found any evidence that proved him guilty. So regardless, he felt like he was protecting his family by doing it and himself, because they were going to put him away for 18 years. He did 4. And he called me 2 days ago and he was like, man, I'm getting out in 2 days, but I got to wear an ankle monitor for 6 months. I was like, 6 months?
Oh
After,
my God.
like, dude, that's nothing. That's a speed bump compared to what you just did.
Still, though, I mean, if you're out, you're out. I get okay.
XR Peak Blinder, we're doing all right. Thanks for joining. We're talking about Epstein, and then now my friend's rehabilitation into society after being incarcerated for the last 4 years. It's his first night out, and he's home. I got to talk to him without the press one if you accept this call stuff, you know.
That
Um,
was funny
and
when Chris Cuomo was talking to what's his name, Suge Knight, during the P Diddy thing, and he was shedding light on P Diddy, and every like 5 minutes is like you were talking to so and so from the correctional facility. They had that automated sound, and it's on it's on Chris Cuomo. It's a pretty big. He's not on CNN anymore, but I thought that was funny.
he's on what, News Nation now.
Yeah,
Um,
something like that.
well, I'm enjoying these questions from ex Kiki's Blender. So yeah, Eski is his name, and I mean, he's been out of jail for less than 8 hours. First time in 4 years. I'm sure he's tripping out. He's at home with his family, and he's probably going to eat a lot of food. He's probably going to have to take a really nasty shit. Like, but this time he'll actually be able to close the door, right? No one's watching him poop. And it does for me too. I called his mom's phone because his phone's not back on, and it is a dream. I'm like, man, yeah, not taking a shower, like, or protecting your ass while you're showering. Um, but there's a huge adjustment. I was telling him this the other day. He was like, "Man, the time is moving slow," and I'm like, "It's about to move really fast." And when you get, yeah, I mean, I was in jail for a little bit. My biggest one was 30 days. 30 days, and time changes. Things. But 4 years, and he said this to me the other day. He said, "I could have gone to college. I could have gone and joined the military and come back." And I was like, okay, well, let's maybe not think about what you could have done, and let's think about what you're able to do now. That's just
Yeah,
kind of where I went with it, because why
yeah, that's
focus on
good.
the negative?
Yeah, I mean, he's still young. How'd you say? How old you say he is? 32 or something?
Like
34.
34.
That's still pretty young.
Yeah, and I mean, things. His dog died while he was in there. Super sad.
Jeez.
His sister's pregnant now. Like, all these things change. I'm disabled now. Like, when he left, I was still climbing up ladders, and he expects me to go back to work. He hadn't seen me yet. He wants to come by. I'm like, hey man, hit me up. We'll hang out.
We'll change that,
But
my friend. We'll change that. Now that
we'll
I'm your
see.
doctor, did that Medicare go through?
It
Or
did.
you're on Medicaid?
I'm on Medicare. I'm 45 years old. I'm on Medicare.
Okay. Okay.
That's how the cover
Um.
there. I mean, I got lucky. I got lucky. I got really lucky a little bit. Like, the rods in my neck and shit in my arm and my ability to walk it's not getting worse, but it ain't getting better. So,
Well, it takes time. You have to do your. I told you after I did your surgery. I told you that you have to do your What do you call it? Your rehab.
doing it, man. I'm drinking every night. I'm smoking as many cigarettes as I can. I talk to you. And you did good. It's working. You just turned 40 and nothing.
Jesus, that's a big bill.
So you don't have insurance, XR, Peaky.
$80,000 hospital bill.
I mean, I got lucky. I got so lucky and it was all because of COVID. The only reason I got Medicaid initially was because I had to go on furlough through COVID, and it still kicked in even after I was working when this shit happened. And I was losing feeling in my feet, my legs, and my fingers, and I couldn't stand up straight anymore. I was falling down all the time, out sober as fuck. It was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I finally checked into the ER.
Well, you're walking with a walker, right?
Without it, I can use a cane at times.
But you can walk. But you can walk.
It's so weird. Like I can't feel my legs, but I can move them.
You cannot feel your legs.
Not you could hit me with a bat, and I wouldn't. You could stab me, and with I wouldn't know it.
That's kind of that's worrisome though. That's worrisome because
Oh,
you know
dude.
you need.
Oh, I didn't tell you this. So this is a great thing, and we'll get back to you, XP key XRP. I like what's going on here. So Ozzy died last week, right? Ozzy Osbourne,
Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
the Prince of Darkness, and I'm a very
As
cynical
George W. Bush
person.
refers to him, Ozzy Osbourne.
Born.
That's what George W. Bush called him.
Well, he tried. Fucking idiot. Just
I've
say
seen
the
him
Prince.
live once. I saw
Just
Ozfest. Keep going.
just say the Prince of Darkness. Well, so my neighbor Jose comes over and he's, did you hear about Ozzy? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it. It's on Facebook and all this shit. And I said, it's about time. And he got pissed and it was like blasphemy in a way, right? And I was like, nah, dude, the guy's fucking, he made it this far. That's incredible.
Huh.
And then so the next day, I have to share the story. The next day, I'm sitting in the bathroom taking a poo, and just and how
Come on,
ridiculous
man.
it is. I'm just ridiculous. Oh, happy birthday! Sorry this happened, and you're gonna laugh at this, XRP key, because here's what happened. So my disrespect came into fruition.
Yeah.
I hear this wobble, and out of nowhere, bam! My fucking light fixture fell off in the bathroom and hit me in the head and shattered all over the floor.
Oh
And I
my god.
immediately was like, sorry, Ozzy, my bad, dude. Like, whew. And then the Hulk dies the next day. I was like, or 2 days later, I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. Like,
Yeah,
my
I don't
bad.
think he's I don't think he's up there in heaven. I don't think he's
Well,
up there in heaven calling the
well,
shots now.
well, it's not about heaven or hell, but my point is with the feet
That he has
thing,
some sort of ghostly presence in your bathroom.
he seriously was like, and fucking, and then 2 days later, I thought I cleaned all the glass up. Like I've even been wearing like a prisoner slippers in the shower just in case I step on glass because I can't feel my feet, and I have to use a shower chair and all that shit. And sure enough, I'm walking through the house. My house is all tile, and I turn around. There's my dogs are following me, looking up a trail of blood. And guess what happened? I stepped on the fucking glass and didn't even know it. I stepped on
Shit.
nails. Like,
Oh,
yeah, the non-feeling
see,
thing
that's
is,
the thing. That's what we have. Then we need to dull it with
well,
fentanyl.
there's, yeah, it's kind of why I drink a lot. But anyway, I got to stop talking so much and let you talk more.
No, no. I mean, I love it. I don't know what else. I don't know what I would talk about. I've just been obsessing about the Epstein.
I'm curious. Was and Hogan the bullet on my dad's birthday? So it was your dad's birthday when that happened?
What he's saying is Hogan bit the bullet on his dad's birthday. I think he meant bit the bullet. So Hulk Hogan died on his dad's birthday.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right.
I don't know Hogan. That piece of garbage. I hate that guy. I'm glad that guy's dead.
Brother.
Had a sex video, and he made like $50 million off of it. A jury award for a sex video. Put me in a goddamn sex video. Give me $50 million. If you want something bad like that to happen, like if somebody would sign up for it, then the monetary award is the civil lawsuit award is too big. Even $1 million. Record me, I can't find you know a woman in a 300-pound suit to lay down with me. But I mean, if it's me masturbating and somebody secretly records me, yeah, I'll give me some money for it. But 50 million bucks, people would sign up for that. You understand my point? He did not deserve 50 million bucks for that. Are you kidding me? Scumbag. He was terrible. He wasn't a good wrestler.
They're all fake anyway. I mean, I know they're athletes because they work out, but I'd throw my fat ass around too. Good luck picking me up.
Did your dad like XR Peaky Blinder? Did your dad like Hogan, or were you a Hogan fan? My favorite wrestler was Raven. That was a creative guy. Okay. Yeah, Hogan threw out the N word. Hogan's a piece of garbage. I think his daughter was dating a black guy or something. Hogan, that guy. I hope it was a slow, painful death.
I have to comment on this. Things absolutely happen in threes, KP, KR. Sorry, I just put my glasses on and now I'm adjusting. That's so blurry. That would be the alcohol. No, every death I've ever experienced came in threes, but think about the ones that come in more than threes. Some families are just desperate. Well, think about you step pile of ants. That's way more than three. You just killed the whole colony.
Yeah, I was
Poison.
just thinking about how they like to do their ant colonies like on sidewalks. It's like they seem so smart to me. I was following this ant. I was sitting on the bench today over by um this convenience store I go to. There's a nice little bench and it's nice covering. And I was watching this ant pick up one of my Cheez-Its. A little piece of my Cheez-Its fell, and he's grabbing it. And I'm like, they're so smart, and they're what is the word? They're productive. They're very productive. They work as a team, and they sometimes they're helping each other with that grain of rice or whatever it is that they're pulling along the sidewalk. But the only thing is they love to put the colonies on the sidewalks, and I'm always trying to walk over them and miss them, and I'm sure most people don't even care. They just step right on them. I try to avoid them, but I was rooting for them. I was making sure other people didn't step on this ant. How we get started talking about ants?
I don't know. I think we have to have a Dave Matthews concert now. Ants marching. Um, it was well, no, it's just we're all ants. And here's the thing: like, do you think the ant
Better
that's
be an
trying to
ant than a
carry
spider.
the spider eats the ants? So
I hate spiders.
I know. I don't
They're
know
not
why.
productive. They're terrible, terrifying, disgusting. Ants are productive. They work as a team. We enjoy many of the same foods, Cheez-Its, Ants are cool. They don't bother me. I don't want them crawling. I'll just get them off. A spider, it's like, oh my God, it's like the world's ending. It's a catastrophe, but I don't want to kill it. So that I'm having this battle trying to get into it, a jar or something, a piece of paper to get it outside. Because I don't want it living with me either. I had all these spiders. I had all these spiders in Satang Village where I'm from. There was this bush right under my window. I think that's part of it. And it's a rural area. And I always spiders. I'd wake up and I'd see a spider and I'd get a jar and I'd have this battle with a spider, getting it into a jar and throwing it out the window into the front yard. And my dad would find all these jars with spiders in them. And he's like, God damn it, you're making us look like white trash. You are white trash. What, because you have jars in the front yard that makes you look like white trash? No, it's the other things.
Oh my!
Besides,
I
you
have
never
to ask.
trim your nose hairs.
I've never been scared of spiders. I like spiders. I like most. I cockroaches and flies. Like that's my cutoff. And even
I
then,
like
as long as
flies
you
way more than spiders.
stay out of my house and stay off of my shit and me, and we're good. I want to ask a question here to our viewer though, because I think this is, I'm a music lover. What song did you sing to this cricket? What did you sing to this cricket when you were younger? I like that. It's cool.
This is a good guy. This is a good. I like you, XRP key blinder.
Is it a guy though?
So you're not what? You like your moment if it's a girl? Oh man,
No,
you're
I'm just
upsetting me right
curious. Just curious.
now. It looks like a guy to me. I don't know. It's kind of a shadow. I can't really see the figure, and it could be an icon of
Ah.
something else. I can't really see. That's cool. You made up a song about him. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible to see a living. I care about all living things too, even the spiders, which I hate.
Did you name it? Did you name it? This.
Okay,
I mean,
40-year-old man. You're about our age.
Yeah, we're what, I'm 45, so
Yeah, we're a little older, but Merchant Marine.
being
Thank you so much.
being a merchant marine doesn't mean you're. I mean, I guess I get the picture thing. I'm not really looking at that. I just like talking to cool people, man. Don't matter.
Yeah, it seems
Um,
like a good guy. I like people that respect animals. I became a vegetarian. Hopefully someday I'll become a vegan. I see those videos on my Instagram feed all the time. Just terrible. I mean, how can they treat pigs like this? For a pepperoni pizza, whatever. I don't need to eat pig. I can live fine.
we're-
It's all about spice and sauce. Food is all about it's all, you can put it on spinach, lettuce. You can put it on anything. Deep fry whatever. You can deep fry whatever. It doesn't need to be meat. It doesn't need to be meat.
yeah, I mean, America especially, we're just like cows and meat and
Disgusting.
chickens and
McDonald's.
pigs and I mean, it's
They keep
we've
these pigs like horrible. It's terrible.
one that and it's the overproduction of it's disgusting too. Um,
Billions a year are
I,
killed.
sw- I recently switched when my surgery happened a few years ago, and I still eat red meat occasionally because I crave it a little bit, or chicken even, and it makes me so sick. Like I can't eat it. It just makes my body doesn't handle it anymore. But I grew up with it. Like that's what I grew up with was
I grew up
ribs.
with it too. My parents been it's what they gave me. But when I started thinking about it, like I mean, I would think about it and then I would try not to think about it and I can enjoy it or whatever. Um but just over time I started eating less of it, then I cut out the pig, and then I eventually cut out the cow, and every once in a while I'll eat sushi. But you know what? I'm probably gonna cut that out too and just eat the veggie sushi. That's what I'll do. I mean,
I
salmon is good for you, but no.
I
That other
am
stuff,
curious.
pig and
I'm
cow,
curious.
and it's not good for you, especially the stuff they pump into it.
I mean, mad cow disease came out in like the 80s, right?
The mad cow, the radio personality.
So I'm curious to both of you, I guess here. Um, One thing I learned going through my little process of just eating, like I eat a lot of beans, pinto beans, black beans. I have a pressure cooker, so I cook a lot of stews with that and lots of vegetables, and so I get my protein. But I've read lots of studies too that you don't get vitamin B, and my energy levels outside of when I'm drinking, like right now, are so low. Like I just want to sleep all the time. So I started taking vitamin B supplements and I haven't noticed a difference. Like I take two a day and I'm just like, cup of coffee does the same thing. I mean,
Yeah, I don't. This Bill Gates is trying to do this Beyond Meat thing. I've tried it's not, yes, the crumblers or whatever it is at the store. It doesn't taste as good as regular beef. I've made tacos with it. There's nothing like the Mexican taco trucks. I mean, that's the number one thing that I'm gonna miss. Those Mexican taco trucks are just incredible. Um, but I think they're gonna, because I've heard you just like the Whopper, right? The Impossible Whopper. It tastes exactly the same. You can't tell the difference. And I think Gates is doing a great thing with this, and they're going to be able to, you may not like it, but they're going to be able to create these things in a lab, and to where we don't. But a lot of people are just like, I want the thing to have had a heart. I mean, these sick people. But I know you got to have protein. You're right. I mean, some people that go vegan, you do see it. They don't look healthy. Um, I'm not a full vegan, so
I mean, I also go. We have teeth. We are carnivorous for a
yeah.
reason.
But no,
I
but
mean,
they make that argument. The incisors. Your teeth are a lot different from dog teeth. Your
oh
teeth
yeah.
were not designed to tear meat. Dog's teeth are. We started with berries, nuts, and leaves, and the occasional fish. That's what's good for us now. That's what humans should be eating is berries, fish, and leaves. You son of a bitch. We're kind of no. You're handling it very nicely, but I'm sorry. This is our first sort of antagonistic program. It's been very cordial and friendly.
We've actually made it longer than normal because your phone hasn't died. Neither has mine. So
Yeah, I might, as long as the weather is good, I might do every one over here because
yeah,
I can plug it in and it's kind of
yeah
quiet.
this yeah this has been good. And with that, I'm kind of going like, should we end on this one? I mean, why not end it on
Yeah,
a good note before we screw it up? Or something, not us. We're not screwing it up. Someone else is going to screw it up.
this one's
Thank
been
you to
fun.
our viewers. Thank you to our viewers. It's been really good.
Our
We'll
viewer,
be back. When
our
when do you want to do?
viewer.
Uh, now
This is
we have others. We have others.
they left real quickly. They were like, "No, these guys. I would never eat an original, no Impossible Whopper. Try it." And it's not, and it's a Whopper that's not based on death. It's good, man. I can't tell the difference. I swear to God. A parasite cleanse. Interesting. What do you say to that?
Yeah, yeah, good call, man. Like, he's native, so I'm sure they're gonna spray him with all kinds of crazy stuff before. Before he comes in my house, I got poison over here. I'll be like, "Psh, get out. Um, nah, good stuff, Og. I think this is and we have Weird City will be back. You know what sucks is that we can't hear from them when we're not on. So if we can get a steady thing, but we can't get a steady thing because you're busy and I'm weird.
I I think it is growing. I think the channel. Well, I know the channel is growing. The channel is growing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if we could, is there a way we could like send out a message like, "Hey, to our followers, we'll be on in an hour."
that's a good idea.
Internet, like,
We got to figure that out. That's a good idea.
well, and then if that happens, I've got to stop talking to everybody and be like, just watch the show and enjoy. Um,
So
but
yes,
it's cool.
so yeah, your XRP Peaky Blinder is saying suggested to your bud. In fact, yourselves as well. I did it, and it's incredible. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to look. I've actually never heard of it, so yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, being that
You
I have
talk
a
to people. You
beard,
talk with people. You learn things.
would be being that I have a beard and two hairy dogs, I should probably get a flea check or something. I think I'm okay.
I didn't know you were this funny. I didn't. Yeah, sometimes you have to get to know some people. That's great. Thank you. You wanna end the show? You wanna
Were you talking to
smile?
me or is there
No,
someone
I'm
next to you?
talking to my co-host XR Peaky Blinder.
Oh,
No, I
you've
mean
been on this the whole time?
from all of us here at the Dr. Og and Coach Beeb, so long, and we'll see you next time.
Well,
Something
where's
like
the?
that.
All right. Love you all. Good night. We'll see you. Be safe.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.